I'm with John from WFL Millturn Technologies. Now, John, WFL, what does that mean to people?
Well, good question. WFL usually means a larger machine for large parts in oil and gas, for power transmission, for automotive, big crankshaft, etc. WFL is a machine manufacturer that only concentrates solely on mill-turn solutions. So what that means is we only make one type of machine. We don't make standard lathes, we don't make milling machines, 5-axis, horizontals, etc. We make, and we're able to design and concentrate our design efforts on one type of platform.
Okay, WFL, high quality machines, mill-turn machines, bigger parts, but straight away looking in here, not so big. Now this is the M20-G.
Yes. The M20-G is a response to the market's needs for smaller machines with the Millturn technology expertise. So,
okay, what I want to do though is I'm going to stop you there because what's going on in here is absolutely amazing. It really is really engaging, but I want to go from one end of the machine to the other because you've got automation as well. So walking down this end,
all right,
you've gone a pallet loader.
Yes.
Why?
Well, this is a response to needing automation into our machine. So this is one typical example of an automation type. This pallet changer would take parts that typically go up to maybe 500 millimeters high and shuttle them in and allow you to load them into your main spindle and start the machining process. This will allow companies to have kind of lights out manufacturing. 24/7 is some
exactly. That's why everybody wants to go these days. The automation route. Now these parts, normally you're thinking parts from about 2 meters plus, but these on this machine,
the center distance of this machine is 1 meter up to 2 meters. So you have different types of models. So you have 1 meter, 1.5 meter, up to 2 meters.
Okay. Obviously not on the pallet loader here, but that would be for a gantry loader, for example.
Yes.
Now moving on, we've got the controls here.
Right.
Now these are Siemens-based controls?
It is a Siemens-based control, and it's with, we have our software in this, as far as the process software is concerned for operation of the machine. As you can see here, it's got the eye control, and the eye control monitors different aspects of the production. For instance, horsepower, for instance, a lot of different torque on the tool, so you can monitor if there's any damage to your tool, and it helps as far as if you have to, in the middle of the night, it receives you break a tool, the machine will know that through this, and we'll pull another tool out of the magazine without any kind of intervention.
Okay, so up to 16 different signals, I understand.
Yes.
So that's essentially ensuring process stability in terms of the component, the tooling, and also the machine itself.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That's very important in production, especially if you want to do 24/7 and lights out.
Okay, now next I'm going to move on. I'm going to have to barge these gentlemen out of the way again,
Yeah,
so
okay, no problem.
apologies for that, gentlemen. So in here, tooling, talk me through different options you have on the tooling.
Okay, the types of options you have, you Capto C6 type tooling and HSK type tooling. This is a chain type magazine. This is a magazine, a very efficient tool delivery magazine. It has capability of, as you see, different lengths and different weights of tools. So it has got great flexibility for that for this kind of platform, which is fantastic.
And a smaller footprint. Well, you say real estate, smaller footprint.
Yes, it's a smaller footprint. Obviously, one of the things we want to concentrate on is our customers' floor space. That's a precious commodity nowadays, and they want to make the most efficient use of it.
Right, now, I mean, it's all impressive stuff, but what is going on in here? Because configuration...
Well, this is where everything happens. This is the whole machine. When you look at a mill-turn machine, you look at between the spindles or between a tailstock and a main drive. And what you got here is you got your B-axis, we call it the turning, boring, milling unit, and that has a swivel articulating B-axis with your X and Y in that. And then down below, you have a B2 axis that gives you a B2 type support. So that will receive, the magazine we just talked about, that will receive the tools from that magazine, both those spindles or both those drives. So
why have you gone that option instead of having 2 turrets, for example?
You can, 2 turrets can be done as well, but this gives you much more power, gives you more, you can go into the part easier, you can do turning, and you've just seen some of that. And I don't want to get away with the main portion of this machine, and that is the spindles themselves. So they're both identical as far as power and output is concerned.
So it's not a main and sub spindle?
Yeah, it's not main and sub spindle, the counter spindles. You got a main spindle here, we just call it left and right, because they're identical. So mostly it's loaded into the right spindle, left spindle first, And then, as you can see now, you're watching kind of like a handout between the two spindles. So you can, this allows you to machine the entire part without taking it out of the machine, re-gauging it, recalibrating it, and machine it again. So this gives you the ability to put one part in and finish it with a clamp
no
once.
operator intervention.
Yeah. Clamp once, machine once, complete.
Yeah, keep it super accurate. And also, I suppose, with the 2B axis rather than turret, you've got the 80 tools there, so that gives you lots more flexibility.
Yes, it does.
I'm thinking then, you've got a lot of flexibility. What sort of industries are you looking at? Because WFL, oil and gas, nuclear as an example.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I said, WFL's large parts. So they're into aerospace, they're into oil and gas, et cetera, as you mentioned. This is also in those same type of industries, but with smaller components. But there's other industries that we're not typically into, like medical implants, for instance. Those are smaller pieces. Yet we still have the capability of machining the difficult, tough materials like titanium, cobalt, chrome that you see in the medical industries, as well as the aerospace type materials, the high nickel alloys, and the titanium. So it still has that capability. Yet this machine also comes with a capability of 20,000 RPM spindle that will deliver cutting force, appropriate cutting force for softer materials like aluminum. So it's got a good range.
A great range. So there you have it, a quick overview of the M20-G, automation, flexible. What else you need?
Come on by and see it.
That's it. John, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.